Men, women, and civilian staff of the Jamaica Defence Force. Let me start by thanking you for the personal sacrifices that you have made as the country and the JDF continue to deal with security challenges and the COVID-19 pandemic. Your work in enforcing curfews, manning quarantine locations, and patrolling hotspots, while continuing to carry out your other defense and security duties, has played a significant role in the gains that we have made, including flattening the curve since the pandemic started. Because of your efforts, we now have a situation where the government of Jamaica can begin to restart the country's economic activities. You have also supported the mission by adhering to the personal safety measures that we have put in place, such as washing hands, wearing masks, and practicing social distancing. Due to your commitment and dedication to these guidelines, the JDF has recorded only one confirmed case of COVID-19. This is a remarkable achievement when you consider that soldiers are frontline essential workers very much present in the epicenters of the pandemic. Congratulations on this major accomplishment. I can only imagine the personal sacrifices and struggles that you're also bearing in your personal lives. Many of you are coping with partners and children being at home and not being able to be with them, even occasionally, to support them. Many of you may have even had spouses who are having trouble generating income because of the economic hardships that the pandemic has brought. I assure you that your sacrifices and your burden have not been in vain. The confinement restrictions that were put in place have not only helped to flatten the curve nationally, but also helped to keep us healthy as a force. However, as I continue to review the government's plan for relaxing the COVID-19 restrictions for Jamaica, I have given much thought to your own administrative and welfare challenges. Therefore, with effect from Tuesday the 2nd of June 2020, I will be lifting the confinement of persons not on or warrant for duty, in addition to managing a schedule of leave which is already in place. As we lift the confinement, the following measures will be adopted to keep you safe and maintain a COVID-19 free force. You should avoid the use of public transportation as far as possible. You should self-isolate from persons who have returned from overseas within the first 14 days of their return. You should remain within your functional groups, such as sections, platoons, and companies, to minimize the risk of infection. You should check your body temperature twice daily. You should immediately report any fever, dry cough, shortness of breath, or any other COVID-19 symptoms. You should wear a mask in common spaces at all military installations and in public areas. You should maintain physical distancing of 6 feet where practicable. We will be carrying out mandatory testing of service members and other civilian workers arriving from overseas and put in place a program of sanitization and inspection of all workspaces. The force will also seek to have suppliers provide goods and services, for example a farmer's market, at points more accessible to service personnel to limit the interaction with the wider public. These measures are critical to ensuring that the force remains operationally effective. It is important to follow these personal safety measures. Otherwise, we may have to revert to confinement if there is a significant increase in positive COVID-19 cases internally and or nationally. At this point, let me acknowledge and congratulate all the medal recipients this year. Armed Forces Day will provide an opportunity to present some of these awards. Well done, well deserved. Finally, I urge all service persons to continue to keep up the good work under the leadership of your officers and senior ranks. Show Jamaicans that we are Jamaica's defense force, working to secure their safety and security while upholding their human rights and dignity. Most importantly, continue to stay safe and save lives.